Draudzība.
Adrenalīns.
Spēks.
Enerģija.
Jauda. Ģimene. Ir laiks. Ir laiks.
Ir laiks.
Pievienojas Rugby klubam Livonia.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the NATO forces versus the Livonia rugby team. All right, cool. So today is going to be two different games being played, both of them, of course, being rugby union. That being said, we're looking at approximately a 14-minute sevens game between the women from Canada and Latvia's combined NATO forces here, playing against the local team, Livonia. All right, cool. So that's going to be followed up with a first half game of the men's. Once that half starts, once the first half ends, the second half will commence after the women play a second sevens game. So get ready, because you're going to hear my voice quite a bit. That being said, I am a normal soldier and don't traditionally speak concerning this kind of stuff. With that being said, though, definitely we'll give her my best college tryout here. All right, so speaking of that, concerning our team, the NATO team is consisting of Canadians and Latvian soldiers. I've been given a roster that was used with someone's janky writing, so if I mess up names, you're going to have to forgive me on that one, because at this point I'm just making stuff up. I might be referring to people by numbers, or hey, the bigger of the big guys got it. All right, concerning the Livonians, I haven't been given a list, so I hope they do well. And at some point we're going to have some people come up here and start to maybe give some of their own commentation. But as it stands right now, good luck. I'm sorry for wrecking people's names. By the way, I'm Brian, and I will be guiding you through this adventure today. So, looking into the center of the field, looks like they did a guess which hand to see who wants to kick or who wants to receive, what end who wants to defend, and what direction who wants to attack. So this is not professional rugby. I have no idea what they're talking about down there. That being said, we will say things as we see them. All right, cool. So one end of the field has a parking lot, and the other end it has a beautiful river. So I'll just be using those as directions. So it looks like Canada is going to be playing towards the river side of the pitch. All right. Looks like the Livonian women are getting psyched up for the match. The NATO women appear to be ready to begin the game. The referee is pointing to the mark. And Darcy Harris looks like she's ready to kick the game off, kick off. I don't know. All right, the ball is up. Had to go 10 meters. It did. And, looks like number 18 of Livonia had a nice good run. Number 4, that's Darcy Harris. Pushing, it's a contested. Hands were in the ruck, which is against the rules. The ref said get back 10 meters. And number 10 has wheels, and she's off to the races. Number 6 is giving good chase, but ultimately it didn't matter between the uprights. All right, cool. So NATO's learning early. Making mistakes is going to cost them. But a good individual effort. Quick tap. It appears the ref has said now the kick didn't go, so we're stuck at 5-0 so far for Livonia. But good for them. Hopefully NATO has learned their lesson and won't commit infractions at the ruck. You need to clearly win that ruck in order to grab the ball. All right, they're resetting. Unlike in rugby union, in sevens, if you score, you have to kick the ball away, much like American football. And so, 10 meters. Ball is live. It's taken by somebody from across the field, but now we'll see. It was a mistake was made, and the dummy burned her good. 16 with wheels. Our 6 seems to have cardio though, so that's awesome. Isabella, maybe she should be out there crushing, but currently she's having to cheese. There was a window stanchion in the way, so I couldn't see whether or not that was good, but I know you could because you guys are being held by an excellent cameraman who has his camera outside of my cool booth. And unfortunately, my live feed is delayed, so I'm just watching the game for real out here. All right, cool. So the reset of the game. The ball is gone off the leg, so even though it went forward, it's still good. I can't see her number, but she is not being stopped easily. Dives on the rock. Nice. And so Livonia makes a mistake, their first mistake of the game. Didn't keep their feet up, and Darcy Harris out there. She's laying the beats. And cleared out. That being said, it was illegal because they didn't roll away, so that hit was for nothing, just taking the beat. Good to go. There's Isabella. That's what we were looking for from her. And picked up, taken, good. That ruck needs to form quickly because it didn't. There's a chance we may lose it. That being said, we are playing advantage. We got a penalty. They're telling Livonia to push back 10 meters. And Darcy Harris laying the smackdown. Oh, however, we got penalized, NATO, sorry, got penalized for holding onto the ball too long. So once the tackle happened, you have to let go. And in this case, she didn't. Well, bummer. So now they tap the ball, pass it out, kick it because they felt the pressure in their zone. And so now pick it up. And the lady with no number, I'm assuming, is Miss Thompson, I'm going to say. Oh, and it was turned over. That went forward, and the ref agrees. All right, so it's nice to see some open play out here. It'd be nice to see NATO score a try to remain competitive. That being said, may the best team win. All right, we're under fire in here. We have people just going nuts with their liquor drinks. I'm just joking, there's no liquor this morning. We're having the lamest talkathon. Just me out here crushing energy drinks, hanging out with my favorite Latvian men, the strong silent type. It's more concerning when they smile than when they don't. All right, the ball is out. It started to go forward, but it was saved. There was no ruck. That's going to be called every single day. You cannot hold on to the ball. All right, so a quick tap, and she just has too high of cardio. Oh, number 6 is chasing her down, though. Darcy Harris. Oh, number 10, just mildly more elusive. Good chase by number 6. We appreciate the try. That one. It's nice of the men to run out there. Give our women some much needed hydration. Some of our men out there with their flowing long Canadian hair might be confused. They may be doing illegal substitutions. Of course, that's just a joke. They have beards and mustaches, and some, well, are gigantic men. So no fooling anyone out here. All right, a brief water break. We're enjoying the Latvian weather today. It's absolutely beautiful. You might even get a suntan. All right, so we're going to reset, and the game is back on. Perfect 10 meters, beautiful catch by number 4. Darcy Harris, oh, throws it wide. And a big tackle. That being said, all right, we need some support. Oh, these girls are quick with the hands into the rucks. And that may be good, that may be bad, and it was stripped. Oh my goodness. Beautiful play by Livonia. She will not be shocked. She's asking for the help. At first I thought she was taunting, but in reality she was asking for the help. Big tackle, big takedown, and it's out. Now can NATO cover off that difference? Oh, beautiful hit. Ball went forward. You can't play it, number 18. Nice try. That being said, we're going to do a ruck down, NATO ball. This game is exciting. People coming over, taking pictures of me. I can't help but throw a little flex in there. It's not about me today, though. It's not about me. At this moment, it's about our women showing international love, competition, and bragging rights. Let's be serious. This is serious business out here. So the ball is out. The big stiff arm, the fend, and she will not be stopped. 16. I actually saw 16 at the gas station before I came here. I was wondering, she looked like she was wearing rugby shorts, actually. I was like, what? Who is this person? Well, she's a beast. Out there leading the cause. Again, I'm just making this up. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just a regular dude. But hopefully any Canadians listening or any of our NATO-friendly allies having a listen or smiling at their computer screens right now at who knows what time back home. I also don't have a mute, so I just seem to, whatever comes to my mind, I'm just going to say. Hopefully we stick to rugby. Oh, man. Yeah, I've been told I was born to do this. That being said, most people tell me to be quiet. So there's a niche for guys like me. Doesn't help that I'm drinking energy drinks. Let's go. Let's go. And that concludes the first half with the, what is it? The score being 20 for Livonia, 0 for the NATO United. I'm just going to call them NATO. I don't like NATO United. Livonia, you guys are considered the Knights? Or what is Livonia? We'll find out. I don't know if there's commercial breaks, so we'll see. Great. I'm accompanied right now by the team manager of Livonia, Gregors.
Hey, nice to tune in. So, few words about what we are seeing here today. And it's a friendly game between Rugby Club Livonia and currently deployed troops that are here in Latvia. I understand they're mostly from Canada.
Yes, sir.
But we have some players from Latvian clubs I also see who are probably on active duty. And right now, there's a halftime break for the girls. And we have Latvia, Livonia girls team and NATO. And it's pretty fun one, isn't it?
I like it. It's fun. Yeah, it's great.
After the second half of the girls' match, the boys will come on the pitch and we'll have 2 interesting times of rugby 15s. We'll see. It's a mixed ability group on both sides. From Livonia side, we have some youngsters, some first-timers, some, let's say, senior players. So it's an experiment, and hopefully it's going to be a fun one. I'll come back later.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. It's nice to have some context given to the game and to what we're seeing on the TV screens and in real life. And for that, we say thank you as well. We really appreciate it. All right, and to his point, the NATO team, I believe, is the same. It's a mixed ability team. There are some characters that you'll see when the men play, at least, that I don't know if they've played before, and hopefully they're relying on their size to be the factor. We'll see, because unfortunately for them, and for anybody that's big, and I'm saying this as a big guy, cardio matters. It's the worst news. But strength matters too, so it's about positioning in the end. Put yourself in the right spot, then you can use your size to help, but it's a long game, and it's more than just running. It's picking up and getting up and laying down, and as a matter of fact, when I think about it, it's one of the most military games you could play outside of, well, joining the military. All right, well, after I had a sip of drink here, the score is now 25 Livonia, 0 for NATO. Bit of a water fight happening in front of us, and that's all right. All right, the game's about to reset. Here we go. Give the NATO team a chance. Oh, they put it in a wonderful, smart spot. Ball is out of play. We'll see a line out on this. All right. While everybody mills around, there's not much to talk about, so let's just talk about how beautiful the grass is and the scenery is. You can see there's the river behind them. What an amazing part of the country. All right, back to the game. Stop lollygagging around. Ball is up, and NATO's caught it. It's a fair ball. Oh, a little slow. Wasn't thrown in straight. Turnover, retry. Or redo, because I guess a try would be scoring. Oh man, I cracked myself up. All right, Livonia steals it from the top, or takes it because it was there, so gets it from the top. Oh, a little behind the back pass. Oh, hucks it, but a good throw. Number 11 overthrows, and there goes Megan Schaaf, however, it's out of bounds. So, Livonia with the wild throw. Ultimately a little bit too far. Gives NATO another chance. We'll see if we can throw it in. You can hear communication being key, even on the sidelines, yelling across the field. Oh, a good, oh, no whistles on the play, so we're good. Herda Serena, that's probably not said right. However, good work, nice run. However, turnover. And chaos, the ball comes out. Number 18 gets it to number 12, and no doubt, she's got wheels. Sevens is no slouch. You got to be fast. You got to be smart. You got to take advantage. No matter what, you got to have sick cardio. That's why I don't play sevens. I have the mind for it. However, I do enjoy 1 or 2 or 3 beers after the game. And with beers, always comes food. And Latvian garlic breadsticks, delicious. But that'll pack some meat on the old ribs. All right, 30 for Livonia, 0 for NATO. The game is back on. The ball has not gone 10 meters, so the ref can either kill the vibe or we can get it. By we, I mean NATO. Oh, no, we're gonna re-kick it or a scrum down, or we'll see what they call here. Oh, they're just gonna tap it and go. All right, respect. All right, the game is reset. And Darcy, just a wrecking ball. That being said, the ball is in the open. No one's there to contest the ruck. And, oh, a little sidestep. Fit through 17, taken down by 2 people. All right, an excellent ruck. If only NATO could take advantage of it, nice try. However, good thinking by number 1 on Livonia, getting that ball into an area where there's more people. All right, they're isolated. Oh, the ball was bobbled, however, held. And number 10 is just working her way through, serpentine, running, sprinting, and scoring. It was all right. One of the terms we use for that is called the key holding. They're key holding the defense. It's 2 staggered. They need to come up as a team in a single line and trust that each other will make the tackle. But if you give yourself those little bits of holes, an elusive runner, a fast runner like the one we just saw can work their way through, and ultimately everybody's looking at everybody else to make the tackle and nobody does. We see a nice long distance try. I don't usually talk with that cadence, but here we are. This is my new life. And though I have people to my left and to my right, they're doing things. So it's just me talking and hoping that I'm okay, which I know I'm not. All right, cool. So the score is 33 Livonia, 0 for NATO. The game has been reset with a booming kick. However, scooped up nicely, and we have some solid speed. Oh, until she was caught. All right, the Darcy is a bit of a battering ram out there. Oh, she gets rid of the ball. And a beautiful pass, and now we have an overlap. We have, recognize, that might be Victoria. On my roster sheet, there is no number on that, and it appeared that her, same number, so, or lack of number. Oh, turnover, we have an overlap. They have 1 additional person on the outside. Oh, but the ref didn't like what he saw. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game. Excellent work to NATO. Livonia was the better team today, but nobody loses when one, the points don't matter, and two, we're trying to get cooperation and friendly times amongst our two nations, or one organization and with the host nation. So at that point, awesome work. Pints after the game, memories made, cool photos, and live streamed on YouTube. Spoken by one of the most handsome guys in NATO, Brian, the announcer. Congratulations to the women, great work, excellent showing, and we will see a second game between the first half and the second half of the men's game. All right, as you can see now, the men's game is getting ready to get kicked off here. Everyone's starting to get psyched. NATO looking handsome in their blue and white. Livonia looking intimidating in their black with white trimmed collars. Like the manager said, there's a solid mix of players out here, solid mix of abilities. I'm confident them saying they're playing junior men makes sense due to the insane schedule of their actual #1 men's team. And they'll be playing against seasoned, trained soldiers from the NATO base. However, doesn't matter if you make bad decisions, then doesn't matter how good you are. From a cardio perspective, you need to answer to it. So, without further ado, here we go. They have to switch sides off the bat. We can already hear the crowd getting hyped up. Take a swig of my energy drink, and we'll get this party started. Incoming ball, trying to attack us. They didn't like the lull in the conversation. All right, Livonia is getting psyched up. The NATO team appears to be in the position they want to be for their chase. It appears that Livonia will be receiving the kick. Once they're happy and established in their set positions, ref will give the thumbs up to the captain if they're good. Waiting on that. All right, captain for NATO, are you good? All right, it appears that everyone's good to go, ready to play. Game on. Nice deep kick to start the game. Livonia 25, oh 25, holy, already subbed in. And a big, smart positional kick. We have the largest fullback ever back there. Clean tackle, clean ruck, and number 12 gets the ball out. All right, cool. We got, I say we because I'm a NATO soldier myself. That being said, I don't want to show favorites here. All I want to see is good rugby. So, however, I'm assuming this is a English broadcast. So, when you're along for the ride, when I say we, I'm referring to NATO. All right. So, NATO holds on to the ball. They're able to secure the ruck. All right, great. And they're using a pod system, as you can see there, where they'll have one player get the ball. When he crashes into the ground, or it crashes into the opponents and then ultimately to the ground, the other two guys behind him are there to ensure that the ruck happens, so then we can reset and continue attacking. However, and there's a perfect example of when a ruck is informed, the ball is free to grab. And so with that being said, a turnover, and they give it to their gigantic number 7, Livonian number 7, the Mountain. I don't know if that's his name, but I'm calling it. All right, they threw it really far back to kick for territory, and the point of this was to ensure that the pressure's off of them and create what we just saw, pure chaos. Number 9 chases the ball and has gotten it, and Livonia now has just taken a ton of room, are now near the NATO 22 and are applying some serious pressure. Number 6 is an absolute rhino. It was good work by NATO sticking in there, but ultimately they got steamrolled. Number 24, they have numbers to the outside. That was a big hit. Oh, and 20 lays the boom, brings it around, touches it down near the uprights. I'm confident that that was an excellent play. NATO got a little bit, didn't know what they were doing out there, and that just comes down to the multinational element, the fact that they have never played a game before against a bunch of players who have played quite a bit. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason. Goes to show you that you can't let the ball bounce more than once or twice against this Livonia team, because they will be on you immediately. All right, the wind has picked up a bit. We'll see if he can kick into it. It's coming from the parking lot towards the river. Again. And that was an excellent kick. The score being 7-0. Don't worry about the score on the TV. Trust my sultry voice. All right, so unlike in 7s, in 15s, or Union, we just say 15s for short, the team that gets scored on, has to then give the ball back to the team that scored. Unlike American football or 7s, when it switches around, in rugby, you score, here's your gift. So, number 3 with the cool MMA hair gets the ball. Good tackle, clean, safe, and now everyone needs to try to get out of the way so they don't receive a penalty. And number 7, the big boy, shrugs off a big old tackle from our number 3, Lino Brahmanis. And Leo Brahmanis is there again, though, this time absolutely nowhere to go. And the trick will be to get out of the way, which he does. All right. So they wouldn't let that ball out. They were sealing it. The NATO made a mistake. Oh, and Livonia making stuff up here. All right, cool. Coming by the camera. Finally got to see some action over here. Number 6, an absolute rhino. The rhino out there laying the boom. Number 3, great work. He's an absolute machine out there, making huge hits, but also getting hit. And the ruck has been won. And there's the rhino. As you can see, Livonia is just running and smashing, running and smashing. If they can take advantage of this, they'll pull in a lot of defense from NATO. That being said, ref calls a stoppage in play. And we have our first injury of the game. No one likes to see this. We know it wasn't on purpose. All these characters in yellow running out are for water. Not much to say at this time. That being said, nobody wants to see an injury in the field. And we'll just stay quiet until we get picked up again. That being said, I said I'd stay quiet and I can't. So I'm hired for this job. They're not paying me though. God. Just looking at Livonia's number 6, he's an absolute menace out there. Livonia have some huge men. That's not to say NATO doesn't, but I'm looking directly on at Livonia. My goodness. Some solid boys out there. Let's hope that they can weather the storm. That is NATO. And we do have movement on the injured player, so that's excellent news. He's up. A beautiful applause from the crowd. No one wants to see anybody get hurt, of course. We already talked about this. But the fact he's walking, looks a little wobbly, worse for wear, but oh, he's holding the shoulder, wincing on the shoulder. So we hope he feels better, heals up quick. Back to the game. As you can see here, we're prepping for a scrum because it was Livonia's ball last. So it'll be a Livonian scrum. And let the big boys get to work. This needs to get stable. And the ball is in. And now there's a contest. Oh, Livonia's scrum doesn't hold up correctly. They couldn't stabilize it, and they took a penalty for it. We'll see if NATO can do anything with this ball now. Looks like they're going to be trying to kick for touch, which is, for those that aren't familiar with rugby, a territorial chance, but it needs to go out of bounds. If it doesn't, you've kicked the ball to the opponents. And as you can see here, this is where Livonia beat them on their first try. Oh, beautiful tackle. Good ruck. NATO has. Livonia recognizes that right away, which is a sign of a well-coached team. They don't keep committing people to the ruck. They start to push themselves out on defense. Now the ball is out. NATO forcing it, not paying attention. However, they're saying it went off of a Livonian, which caused it to, I think, interference. I'm not really sure. Oh, nope, they knocked it on. So that means the ball went forward on that crazy pass. Livonia, had they stolen it, he would have been off to the races. However, he bobbled it, caused it to go forward. Then Livonia picked it up, and it caused the play to stop. So we'll scrum down. We'll have the biggest, most handsome players on the team. Bind all together, create one solid giant wedge. The thickest boys are going to meet right in the middle. The pressure on their shoulders immense. Oops, I said it was a Livonian. I said it was a NATO put in. However, it was actually Livonia. So NATO caused the ball to go forward. I'm looking at it from 40 meters away. I'm joined again in here by everyone's favorite manager, Gregors. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, you can say Gregors.
Okay.
Yeah. So listen, we are seeing here a live action, real man-on-man rugby, huh?
Yeah.
We've seen some great tackles, some strong carries. From my observation, NATO's scrum is heavier and much more composed. Our lads cannot keep up with the pressure, but perhaps they're a little quicker on the sides.
Thank you, Greg. And it may be true, but the scoreboard is all that matters. And what we just witnessed there, a little bit of chaos. There was no advantage coming, started to get dangerous. Ref thought he saw something, so he's going to do another scrum. What sucks about being part of the forwards is you don't have a beautiful six-pack usually like the guys in the back. Your ears are usually beat up. You get lots of cool facial wounds. And you end up doing more work. But those backs are beautiful, and that's the argument, really. A tale as old as time. All right. Clean ruck. Clean scrum. NATO gets it, and twinkle toes. Number 12, Nick Delalo is absolutely out there doing a tremendous job. Is able to throw it. And we are making something out of nothing. Lots of great passes. Livonia making some desperate saves. Some good tackles. We're forcing it. We're on the line. We must be close. All right. And absolutely, NATO with a diving try into Livonian tri-zone territory. And that makes it 7-5. And we'll see how this kick goes. Yeah. It's 7. It'd be 7. So 7 minus 2. All right. So touching, yeah, that's all it is. Just so we have clarity for everyone watching at home, those aren't familiar, when you get the ball into the end zone or the try zone, or you place the ball down with pressure, it's worth 5 points. Once you have to kick the ball after, under the pressure of some time, and the second you move, the opposing team can pressure you and try to block the kick. If you score that, then you'll receive an additional 2 points for 7, something similar to North American football. Number 7 from NATO. Gets his hands on it. Lucky for him, goes backwards, and he's a lot of man. And there he goes. He's going to have to oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's a rhino. We have our own rhino out here. All right, cool. And as you saw there, Livonia were trying to steal that ball. Once they were touched by an opposing player, they cannot continue to try to dig the ball. A ruck is formed. And in that instance, you saw a mild mistake. So now NATO gets to make a choice. They can kick for points, which looks like what they're about to do, which will be worth 3 points if they get it. They can tap the ball and run it using their big battering ram men, or they can scrum down, where they do another contest. In the end, it comes down to, do you have a competent kicker, someone that can score you those points? Do you have an amazing set play that you know you could take advantage of other people on the pitch? Do you want to do a territorial kick, where you kick it along down in the sidelines? But in this case, NATO's kicker absolutely split the uprights. Excellent work. And for the first time today, NATO takes the lead, 10 to Livonia 7. Tons of rugby left to play. Anybody's game out here. All right, we have a ball again. The Water Boys are off the field. Now Livonia can kick to NATO and see how this plays out. A crazy spiraling up and down kick. Corralled by NATO. Couldn't make a decision there. Ultimately chose a good decision because he is an absolute machine. He had a lot of help, but he didn't probably feel like it. And we almost got out by the guy with nothing on his jersey. Wall is in the open, number 12, making decisions. Couldn't make a decision, dropped the ball. However, the ref said it went backwards. Lucky call. And the ball is out to a big boy. Oh, and if you don't go low on that guy, well, you'll see what happens, which is it won't work. All right, and ball's out. One of our handsome Latvian counterpart, military counterpart. I played rugby with him on a team out of Riga. Also an absolute savage tackler. He's got nothing on his, he just passed it out. Definitely a man you don't want to be in the way of. But it's rugby, there's no escape. You must do it. So, bit of a bad pass. Livonia is quick on their defense getting up there. As you can see, the ball didn't really go further than where it is. Oh, again, you're gonna need to go low. Oh, the ball went over top. Unfortunately, rolled forward and with a turnover. So, we got a scrum. This will be a Livonian ball to put in. And as you've seen in this game so far, a couple times it makes it out to the fast guys, but most of the work is being done by the thick boys. If you work hard, you play hard, you eat hard, you drink hard. That is water, of course. Stay hydrated. All right, Livonia puts the ball in, hucks it back, and they flip the sides of the field. And now it forced our fullback to come all the way up. We have nobody in the backfield and an absolute menacing tackle. That was a beautiful tackle. And the Rhino is back. He is an absolute beast out there. I know his real name. I cannot pronounce it. And number 7 is also a massive human being, laying the smackdown. And our NATO players just trapped, stuck, nowhere to go. And Livonia's strength appears to be their backs. They have quite a bit of youth and speed. The other thing is, and the concerning thing is, oh, number 6, the Rhino is, again, an absolute menace out there. This is some goal line defense, and there was a foul committed. You cannot play anything from the ground, and we had a NATO player throw his foot out, and it appears, I couldn't see, but it looks like he got a yellow card. He's coming off the field, and he'll have 10 minutes in the sin bin. For those that like to watch hockey, it's like the penalty box, and we'll be down, NATO will be down to 14 players against our 15. So, again, a yellow card, penalty box for 10 minutes. The problem is the opposing team can score as many times as they want. It won't matter. They will get a one-man advantage. In rugby, we have a lot of different rules, but I'm talking mainly about playing rules. Things as you're playing you should know. Just saw the replay of it, and it's true. The NATO buddy threw his foot out there, causing interference, preventing the play from happening. And if you're doing something malicious, even if it's an accident, on purpose, you will often be penalized for it. And like that minor mistake has led to a promised try. Good work, Livonia. The game is now 12-10, apparently. Yeah, you're good. It was five points for touching it down, and now he's going to try to kick it and score for an additional 2. So I was going back to talking about some, I'm not going to call it unwritten rules, but I'll certainly say that. Some unwritten strategy, or written down strategy probably somewhere. I got to move on. Rugby is a game about numbers, and you always want to match up with ideally your own number, or at least a person. So the idea is you're always trying to create the 2-on-1. 2-on-1 should theoretically win. When you have a 2-on-1, as the opposing team, if you have 2 attackers versus 1 defender, we'll often say we have an overlap. So we have the ability to force a player to make a decision which will leave another player open. That's the ideal perfect world. Whether you throw it to the other guy or you do some sort of cool elusive move that causes that defender to freeze, you can see how a 10-minute yellow card, a sin bin, puts us at a massive detriment, and hopefully NATO can make the correct adjustments. That being said, we'll see. So they're going to place the ball. It's got to go 10 meters, which it has. He has bobbled it, but the MMA player has it, and he's a bit elusive. There's a lot of players all over the place. But Livonia comes out on top with it. They spin the ball out, and they're all about the territory. Get the pressure off. They found a beautiful hole in the defense. A wonderful but dangerous pass. And another excellent pass, but paid the price on that one. Took a massive hit. All right, the ball's out. Number 7 is isolated, though. And there is the homies coming back to help out. Number 5 had to pick it up because they're at risk of losing it. And the ball is out. And we got the NATO Rhino. Number 3, taking 5 or 6 people. You get one move on the ground, so that was what he did there. He throw it back, but the ball went backwards. They just need to clean it up. And the ball is out, and we have our pods set up. So you can see our gigantic men have some help. And the ball is out. Livonia being smart. They go against the grain. And he tries the drop kick. It was no dice. The pressure was too extreme. He does a little bit of a worm burner out there. And a big territorial kick. It is in and then out. What an excellent kick. Gets the pressure off. Puts him down in a good spot. And will be a line out. Now it was Livonia that kicked that out, so it will be a NATO ball. But any given Sunday, here we go. For those that aren't aware of a line out, it's basically like the old face-off in hockey. Scrums and lineouts, face-offs in hockey. So it went out of bounds. We need to reset, restart. Here it is. The only rule is the ball must go straight. That's not a lie. That's not the only rule, but a main rule, the ball must go straight. The advantage is that the team that throws it in gets to choose who gets to pick that ball. So you want to throw far, you want to throw short, you won't know. And the Rhino has it. The Rhino has hucked the ball back to number 23, who's no slouch himself. And there's a good contest. We're pulling our own guys out to start pushing defense. You can see there's a massive overlap way out there. Oh, the hospital pass saved. And then the guy came in, the NATO guy came in to lay the boom. He missed him. It would have been a big old hit. Car accident for a hit. But a miss is a miss. The Rhino has it. Somebody's got to commit to stopping this big boy. And they have, through a group team effort, been able to work it. The ball is out. As you can see over here, we have an overlap. Nice work. And that was the mustachioed savior himself, Mr. Hitchcock. I've worked with Mr. Hitchcock. He's a nice guy. Number 13 is able to push in through Livonia. Number 13 able to push it in. And the ball is out. Number 7. Someone's got to commit to tackling his big old body. And they do. Really good stop. Pushed him back. However, the ball is out. Running sideways. There's the overlap. Oh, but there's some defense. And it's in the corner. So pushing after some high testosterone. However, having a man down, not helpful, especially a big boy. And Livonia's backs are starting to show their skill. Starting to show that they've been working together a lot more. And in the end, that small amount of experience is going to matter. Now, for those that don't know anything about rugby, where you touch the ball down in the end zone will be where you must kick the ball from in line with that spot. So it was back corner or on the into the one of the sides of the end zone. So the kicker must kick it super far on a crazy angle. And no love this time. And now we're going to be taking a mandatory water break. Make sure that all of our men stay hydrated, that they're safe in the sun. Again, an exhibition match, there is no need to push it as hard as we need to. But no one wants to lose. I think this is a good time for me to try to start reading some names. I've been fretting this all day. But people are going to want to know that I care. And so let me attempt this. I wish myself luck. Playing for NATO, we have number 1, Marcus Jones. This is a good start. Number 2, Mitchell Chartrand. Number 3, Lino Brahmanis. Number 4, Danny Hines. Number 5, Alex Plotka. Oh gosh, bad start. Number 6, Artis Brahmanis. Number 7, Xavier Diaz. Number 8, Mackenzie Rowley. Number 9, Brody MacArthur. Number 10, Andrew Bosworth. Number 11, Nix Brahmanis. Number 12, Nick Delalo. Number 13, Chris Moore. Number 14, Karen Mia. Number 15, Jackson LaMarche. Number 16, we have Cole Hitchcock. Number 19, we have Will Klein. Number 20, we have Aiden Delfino. 22 is John Bytris. Oh gosh. Number 13, Mars Vikox. How do you say this, my fellow Latvian friends? Maris I'll have him jump in on say this name correctly.
Mareks Vaičoks.
Awesome. Thank you for your help. It has a line above the sea. It's a perfect Latvian name. Yeah, I'm getting confirmation with a tentative thumbs up. And like that, the water break is over. The game planning is ready. And now we'll continue this awesome game. And things that I like to see. I see NATO and Latvian game planning, talking, friendly conversations. Just the exact kind of things that we're here to see. The camaraderie, good sportsmanship, and a good game. And as we know, Livonia 17, NATO 10. Could be anybody. Everyone's all hydrated now, fill up on water, belly's full. We'll see how that plays out. But the game continues, last from the try, so now it's NATO's job to kick this ball and either retrieve it or play defense. Here we go. It's got to go 10 meters, which it does. A tentative playing of the ball, setting somebody up, and the UFC guy gets absolutely pounded. And now Livonia set up a good defense, and Hitchcock makes the decision, arguably makes the wrong decision, but that's only because I know him and I'm chirping him at this time. All right, number 5. We finally got some action our way here. Number 5 gets the ball. Livonia number 5. Number 1 must be careful. He's not coming in from the side. But everyone's up. Oh, number 7 meets the earth face first. An absolute tremendous crash into the ground. The ball is out though. Livonia with their backs stretching NATO thin. However, the shoelace tackle's done. And Livonian offense moving into position. Big snag by the Rhino. And he's through. Oh, and our smallest guy makes the biggest tackle. Great work. I don't know what number. He doesn't have a number. That's a bad start. And number 10 for Livonia. Mishandles the pass, knocks it forward, and causes a turnover in play. This is what the forwards always complain about. They do all this work. The big Rhino tries his hardest, makes some huge breaks. We pass it to the guys that are not doing too much work. And they bobble it. First chance they get. Of course, again, I'm only chirping. It happens on both sides. It happens in every game, and it happens on every team. And as a forward myself, this is our job to chirp the backs. Might have been that there was too much hair gel in the way. Hands were slippery from the grease. And now that we're missing a player because he's sin binned, and so because of that, he is required. We need to have a whole group of people to compete in the scrum. And so we have now a back who looks like he's never done this before. Ref's in there to help him out, make sure he's set up for the win, and we'll see how this plays out. The ball's in, and Livonia absolutely takes advantage of it. They steal the ball, however, the ball is out, and it's a real bummer. Oh, the ball is overthrown. A crazy thing happens, and now the sidestepping number 9 absolutely it's got wheels and a huge shoelace tackle. What a save. The ball goes out of bounds. And that was an exciting save. So we're coming all the way back. Referee was playing advantage, and they were going to take it quickly. However, they didn't take it from the spot that the referee wanted him to take it from, and instead of being able to sneak attack, get in, he wasn't able to. It's gone to the Rhino, which has gone to the Elephant. I'm just going to use handable names for these giant Livonian men. The ball is out, and the backs have a play. They're attacking it with pace. However, number 14, I think, absolutely huge game-saving tackle there. Yeah, ball is out. Number 13, who's a gigantic man himself, has been hauled down. And NATO is learning that they don't need to commit every single person to the ruck. Oh, number 3, who's fresh, missed number 6, the Rhino, and absolutely allowed him game free. So, Livonia continues with the pressure, a little bit of a sidestep, and throws it to no one. Here's an opportunity. And NATO is looking like they're starting to be tired because their forwards are doing all the work. And 24 sneaks in, does an excellent job between the uprights, and touches it down. Well, we saw some big missed tackles, and those big misses led to huge gaps in the defense. Hitting or attempting to hit at full speed sometimes doesn't pay off, because if you miss, you put yourself completely out of the play. And I like to use hockey as the example. Whenever I play NHL on the Xbox, I love to lay the booming hits, and I often lose because my defensemen are out of the play because I'm just looking to headhunt. All right, number 16 is back in the game. Excellent news. NATO is now back to full strength. And we'll see if having an equal amount of players will be the big difference. The score is currently 20 for Livonia, 10 for NATO. And the ball has gone 10. And 16 standing still, and Hitchcock in. However, number 7 absolutely snags the arm and prevents the pass. Good work for NATO. Livonia was feeling the pressure and put themselves in a position to hold onto the ball. NATO tried their best and succeeded. And so here are the options. NATO is going to choose to kick it out of bounds, and this time they have been successful. All right, you can see that the heat, the sun, the hard work is starting to take its toll. People are starting to dog it, except for those handsome backs who are still overall looking pretty rested. That's on both teams. I'm just being critical, talking smack. I'm not out there, so who am I? The ball is up. It's a good line out. NATO is getting the ball out, and they are passing the ball. They are allowing Livonia to commit a couple of different players. And number 12, who is that? That's Nick DeLallo with the slippery feet, the twinkle toes. Sneaks it in for NATO under the uprights. And the game has gotten a little more manageable. All right, number 10, we're looking at Andrew Bosworth. He's going to go try to make the easy chip. I think I might have jinxed it, but if he was professional, he'd make it either way. And he is a pro. 38 tried to chase it down from Livonia, but it just didn't matter. Oh, man, I make myself laugh. All right. Livonia's had a water break as well. They're making some adjustments. They're prepping. They're dogging it to the line. The NATO team is putting themselves in a position to receive the ball, which is a nice change of pace. And we'll see. Here it is, the drop kick. It's a beautiful hanging kick. And we are, NATO gets the ball and then coughs it up. Now there's a big transition. And the Livonian number 10 is an absolute workhorse. Keyholding the defense, carrying people, and here's the Rhino being chased by the Elephants. He's just throwing his old arm out there, putting down sloppy tackles. The ruck is a giant mess, and through all that, that NATO player put themselves in a weird position, which caused him to come up with the ball when he shouldn't have been touching it. Again, this might just come up to inexperience. These are full-time soldiers, after all, whose jobs, unfortunately, are not rugby. And of course, Livonia are normal human beings with regular jobs too. This is not a professional team, but they have some excellent players. They have some big boys, and that guy absolutely got creamed. That was an excellent, huge tackle by number 3, Lino. However, Livonia has, well, there's a penalty somewhere. The ref's bringing it back. It's a Livonian ball. NATO is spreading themselves out, trying to make this make sense. However, the Rhino receives it again. Not much you can do except take the hit, get low, and enjoy your headache later. A huge pass with the overlap. Livonia is number 7, the Elephant, He's out there. No one's stopping him. He's just too big. Oh, but he's knocked the ball on. And because he's knocked the ball on, they're saying it's a 22... No, what are they saying? They're saying it's a penalty? Okay, so they're saying it's a penalty. Big kick out. NATO is closing off. They need to seal this up. Oh, the Rhino just doing what he does. Oh, and it's a turnover. They said the ball went forward. Interesting. NATO guys on their hands and their knees, looking tired. They better dig deep, stand up. And it's a scrum. So what I was saying earlier, big boys doing all the work, making all the big hard tackles, and now we need your strength. Now that NATO has a full complement, we shouldn't see a tiny back go up, try to play flanker. We should see a much more stable scrum this time. It is a NATO scrum, so we'll see how this plays out. Our outside flanker must have squeezed his hand somehow. He's got a little bit of a shake to it. Tweak the shoulder maybe. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's perfectly fine. Scrum is stable. Saying get your head stuck in there. Looks like there was a penalty. The scrum wasn't good enough. So NATO's going to try to kick for territory and try to get the line out. Remember, if this doesn't go out of bounds, it will be a live ball. It's good to go. Scaring the people on the sidelines. The trick is if you don't move, it can't hit you. Well, I'm kind of confused. I thought that was a penalty for NATO, but it was Livonia. That being said, didn't look like it was a clean throw-in given the option. NATO is choosing to scrum down. And here we go. All right. It looks like Livonia, I guess, committed some sort of infraction. It looks like they might have been taking too long, or I'm not sure what was going on, but they made a mistake. Now there's jawing. So we have a game on our hands here. We've got big boys chirping at each other. Oh, nice try. Fortunately, couldn't keep it in the line of play and touched it last. NATO is realizing that they're undermanned right now. Well, they better get somebody in there. They're going to need the help. All right. There's somebody coming in with some serious flow. Got the cheddar, the lettuce in the breeze. All right. Wasn't really watching the play there, paying attention to people's beautiful hair, silly mustaches, the whole 9 yards. What appears is it's a Livonian put in on this scrum. We'll see. There's been some jawing lately, so Like we're missing a flanker on the open side. Not really sure what's going on right now with the NATO scrum, but either way, there was a penalty. And they're going to kick it into the field. What are they going to do? Nope. They're going to tap it and give it to the big boys. And instead of going low, we meet chest to chest. And he gets an additional 10, well, 5 meters or so because of poor tackling. But he stopped him. The ball is coming out. The flow, he misses. Now 15 with his flow for Livonia. Number 9 stops quick, passes it out, and to the Rhino. There he is. Oh my gosh. And stolen. What a cheeky little move. He throws it away though, and it's just chaos. 15 has come out on top, and he just won't be caught. That was a chaotic sequence, but unfortunately, sloppy play led to a try. All right, a beautiful kick. And that leads us to the first half of the game complete. Stay tuned because you're going to see next a second women's sevens game where maybe NATO can pull it out, score something, go 50-50. Either way, all we want to see is excellent rugby. All right, now we'll read the women's names because I didn't do that the first game, and that's because I'm a new guy. So for our women, I'm sorry. All right, we have number 1, we have Kate A. Marandos. With number 6, Isabel Nikov. I'm sorry, I probably said it wrong. With no number, we have Kella Thompson. We have number 2, Megan Schaaf. We have number 4, Darcy Harris. Without a number, we have Victoria Sprigivica. That's not right. Number 5, we have Paula Mikkelsen. And number 11, we have Herta Serena. For those ladies whose names I just butchered, I'm very sorry. Just chaotic kicking happening all over the field. Balls flying. All right, not much to talk about as everybody prepped the field for the game. As you can see here, no one can be ahead of the kicker. Oh, ahead of the ball, that is. Ball is dropped, and the game is on. Oh, we have a cheeky little miss, putting Livonia deep in their own end. And Megan Schaaf, absolutely hunting, gets cut off by her own player. Oh, and we have a Lady Rhino, an absolute beast to bring down. The ball is out. And Livonia, we got number 16, Wheels, with a low throw. And the ref plays it as a knock-on. That's a easy win, unforced error. NATO will take it. Let's see what they can do with it. They've kicked the ball forward, and now the game is on. Number 5, under panic, throws the ball away. And they've given it to Kate. Trying to see it from here, Darcy. Number 5, Paula. Now, thankfully, Livonia again created an issue, and now it's going to be a scrum. All right, so you can see the scrum is getting ready. In 15s, in normal, what I'm going to call normal rugby, you'll see there's 8 people for a scrum, and in 7s, there's only 3 with a scrum half. Darcy gets the ball, and she is just taking on 2 different players until she's fallen. There is a competition, and unfortunately, she wouldn't let go. That's a penalty every day of the week. And now we have an excellent save for the try. However, it wouldn't roll away. Another penalty. Someone's about to get carded, causing too much drama. They receive a yellow card. And like that, we're down a player. Now in 7s, it's not a 10-minute misconduct, but you certainly are in the sin bin for a portion of time. I'm not familiar with it. I'll have to chat GPT it later. Oh. The game is coming near us, which is nice. Oh, a mishandle. The ref calls it right away. Knock on. Some big game-saving tackles there. Isabella running down, causing lots of issues. And I think we're having a rolling sub already. Nice, new players out there. Let's go. Number 11, Herta. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that with a cool accent. Herta, but I'm saying it anyways. Cool colored hair. She's gonna anchor this scrum. Now it's a NATO put in. As you can see already, for the NATO side, there's only 2 people that are playing defense in the back because of that one person being off. Oh, and looks like she used the PAM, but it doesn't matter because Isabella ran her down. But just these Livonian women, elusive, quick, slick. In 7 as well, it is not a kick from a tee, it is a drop kick, which is good. Really difficult, especially under pressure, so good work to them. All right, so while they're retrieving the other ball from the parking lot, we have a new ball in the game. We're still at 6 players, but Livonia has to kick it to us, and we'll see if we can make something happen. Here we go. And it's a crazy kick. And they will play it. Darcy at it again. Just nobody wants to ruck. Megan Chafe has picked the ball up, and she is gripping it. However, it's in a bit of a situation. She went forward for a bit, went backwards ultimately end, and Darcy's picked it up again. She's been able to over the top, and Isabella has it, and it looks as though she won't be caught. Nice work. Livonia has given up the chase. The only person now is the ref. Oh my goodness. If I were to see a replay, I think she might have bobbled that. Ref gave it to her. We're not going to argue that one. But I can't help but smile and wonder if at the last second she bobbled it when it went down. We'll see. We're watching a replay in the booth right now. Oh my goodness. We'll give it to her. She's on my team. I'm on her team. But good thing this isn't being videotaped. Oh my gosh. We'll take it though. 7-5 so far. We'll see if we can clean it up. Oh, I said it was thought it was supposed to be just drop kicks, but there's the tee, so we'll take it. Just making up our own rules out here now. I could be wrong. That's fair. I'm not a 7th player. Certainly can think like a 7s. I understand the premise, being a rugby player, but That's a pretty intense level of cardio that when I'm super in shape I can meet, but those days aren't now. All right, so the NATO team, even though they are down a player, still came out on top there. A little bit of a worm burner, nothing wrong with that. It went 10 meters. Scooped up by Livonia. And they just so slick. Does she have the wheels? She doesn't, but she passes it off. Isabel was in the fight. Alas, they were just a little too quick. Support matters. Another kick, another good kick. All right, cool. So, we're just waiting on the reset, making sure people get some water. We're going to do a quick, the Canadian coaches, or sorry, the NATO coaches out there, giving some much needed advice, giving everybody some water, a pep talk, rolling everybody back in on it, getting ready to go. Darcy Harris is quite animated in there, letting the team know what needs to be done, how to work harder. These are all assumptions, of course, I can't hear. Now Mike, the coach, doing what he does best, long-winded lectures. I'm friends with Mike, so that's my chirp. All right, the ref's got some water. He's got his head in the game. Let's break this up and get this game started again. All right, well, they're switching sides. That was because the first half, if I just looked at the clock, I would have known. That was the first 7. Now we're going to start the second 7. Couldn't help but wonder why they were all just hanging around. Livonia with a big kick. Oh my gosh, she saves it, and she sleeks. Oh, she almost snuck through. That was super cool. That crazy bobble. Unfortunately, once you're committed to the ruck, you can't be touching the ball. And that's what the Livonia number 2 did. She saw the ball. She couldn't help but take it. And here comes Darcy. There's a ruck. The ball is out. And Megan Chafe has it, using the ref to help. But it didn't work. She had the ball stripped from her. And now you got to get over and start playing defense. Oh my gosh, right up the gut. The last person there is Isabel. And she puts the stop on Isabel. Isabel's able to come back and recover and save the day. The ball is out. The ball is out. It is turning into what rugby used to be, which was poorly played soccer. The ball is just falling everywhere. We have a bit of an injury going on here. And no one likes to see anybody get hurt, so that's a bummer. There's no commercial cuts. I'm expected to keep talking. So I will. Promptly had nothing to say there. So we'll just wait it out here and make sure that player isn't severely injured. We're all praying for the best. It is an opportunity for both teams to huddle up, come up with a game plan, get their head in the game. And they're just going to pick up the player. Nice round of applause. She looks like she's in pain, so that's a bummer. All right. We're back in it. We'll be doing another scrum, so we will see how this pans out. It'll be a NATO scrum, and we'll see how this works. And it was lost. And so, Livonia running sideways across the field, cutting off her support. That being said, though, it worked. She got the ball off, and 19's coming back across the green. Number 18, not sure who it was, but they made a mistake, and the penalty goes towards NATO. And so, what is NATO going to do with it? They are going to tap it, and they are going to run it. They are going to kick it and chase it. Let's see. Hoping for a bobble. 16 picks it up from Livonia. She gets close. Oh my gosh. So she had the ball bobble. It went forward, however she caught it. And the ref called it. Going forward, a forward pass. I'm not sure what he called it on that one, but it seemed sketch. And as soon as it was like that, the ref was like, I don't like it. He stopped the play. All right, and it's a new scrum. It's wheeling, and it's come out on the NATO side. Now Darcy's picked the ball up. I recognize her. And I think that was Kayla Thompson, who got some freedom, saw the open field, but couldn't make much of it. Livonia came in quick. There was a mistake, though, and here we go. Darcy has the ball. She will not be stopped. Well, and that was a bobble on the ground. A mistake going Livonia's way. So they'll do another scrum down here. It seems lately in these scrums, it doesn't matter who gets to put it in. It seems that it's up for grabs. So we will see. Oh, and a Livonian win. They're going to go blindside, get to the 16, but she meets Darcy with the big hug. Paula's back, well rested. An absolute koala, though, with the grabbing. It's working, but Livonia comes out on top with the overlap. Oh my gosh, Isabella and another girl meet, and the tackle's prevented. Some big forearm shivers there. You're not allowed to stiff arm, but you are allowed to fend, which is the difference being keeping your arm out straight is allowed. Stiff arming to the face, where you're actively trying to like push the be mean like in football, is not allowed. And Livonia sneaks through, slides it in, touches it down. And now we'll see if 16 can get the conversion here. This is going to be a pretty good kick, lots of wind. It'll be an interesting one, that's for sure. The kick is up, and it's no good. But you know what? Mine would look the same. Oh. So, they're screaming 1 minute on the field. I see 2:40 left. It doesn't matter what the time is. All that matters is that we try hard. That's a booming kick with the wind. I don't know why, but that girl ducked out of the way to pick it up. And now it's gone all the way to the end. Thankfully, she scooped it up, making amends. And she hucks the ball away in her panic, coughs it up. Now, no one's going to get 19. Oh, bummer. Under the uprights. Letting my inner voices talk. When you're a competitor like myself, it's hard to stand in this booth and talk without getting fired up. I've also been drinking energy drinks, which doesn't change how crazy I feel. And like that, the game is over. High fives all around. An excellent showing. Exciting rugby. Lots of unique stuff going on there. And an absolute, completely truthfully awesome round of applause, well deserved. And my favorite part of rugby, I hate you on the field, but I love you off of it. As you're seeing here at the end of the women's game. Hugs, high fives, laughs. Remember that time? Oh, wasn't that crazy when you did that? Let's eat some bar food and drink a couple of pints. Excellent showing. Big fans. In the end, again, this is exhibition. This is for, air quote, the fun of it. But with that done and over with, the men take the field. We have an excellent game happening right now for the men. The second half begins. I really wish I took a bathroom break, but we're going back to back to back to back here. I'm confident you all heard that over the means, but in case you didn't, I was told that the bathroom is nowhere near where I'm standing. So, as the game progresses, I will be panicked more and more. The annoying thing is, beyond the game, I can see the porta-john that I'm supposed to use. But I'm a professional. We'll get this party started. So, the NATO team will receive the ball first. They're moving their forwards around to reflect the forwards of the defense. Generally, that's how you kick towards what side of the field your forwards are on. That's common. However, everybody's allowed to do anything. It's a big party. And like that, NATO captain, are you good? He says he's good. Game on. And a booming deep kick. And we have a guy that NATO guy, made some moves and then got squished. However, the ball is out. Oh, Livonia got in the way there and caused a bit of grief, but NATO comes out on top and we got wheels. Oh, he's gonna try to do it. Big, huge game-saving tackle there. And unfortunately, all that work was for nothing because the way he fell without support, he shielded the ball too long, and it just caused him to hold on. Oh, and number 15, it looks, of Livonia had a daylight. Unfortunately, the daylight was outside of the field. And so with that, the flag went up, stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover of balls. And going back to a line out, the advantage for the NATO team is to choose who's going to go up and how far they're going to throw it. The only rule when it comes to throwing it in is it needs to be straight. And it's a steal by Livonia. Out to the Livonians. A beautiful pass, but really quite crazy into no one. That being said, covered quite a bit of field. And he does a little chip. It's a chip and chase. And they have the wheels to make it count. We'll see. As the ref calling it. Livonia celebrating like they did it. They slowed down enough. I guess they did. I guess they did. That was a cheeky move brought to us by the backs. Well rested after the big long women's match. Saw that there was no one in behind that line of defense. Knew he had the speed. Chipped and chased. And even though the NATO guy had busted out of his sleeves, he just couldn't keep pace. Didn't realize it, did know, doesn't matter. Livonia scored. Now we're going to see a wild kick from a unique angle. He's got a hard kick to make, but he has the wind on his back and shanks it just a bit. Bombs the women, celebrating how awesome they were for their photo. It was like no photos during the game is what he said. Kicked the ball right at him. All right, so Team NATO now needs to set themselves up. Here we go. NATO kicks it up. Everybody needs to be up, chasing it. Livonia got nervous and the Rhino comes up with it. And now we have all sorts of NATO guys clambering all over him, trying to cause all sorts of nonsense. And unfortunately, NATO makes a mistake and dives into the ruck. They lose their footing, and that will be called by the ref a lot. Not every time, but most times. It's pretty plain as day when you're on the outside. When you're on the inside, you're feeling like everything's going well, and then all of a sudden somebody gives way, your feet come up, and it looks like you're a crazy person. So, all right, cool. So collected by the NATO big boy. We got some quick hands happening here. A big tackle. Now there's a proper ruck happening. And the ball is out. We're going to kick it for territory. However, there's a bit of a cheeky play set up there where number 5 comes in like a locomotive, running through, running over. And the Rhino gets it, gets a huge run up. Number 12 gets his legs and a steal. However, the steal was short-lived because of the fact he couldn't get his leg free. That being said, we're back to playing forward heavy rugby. Oh, they were calling. All right. I missed what the call was, but either way, it must have been an advantage because the referee has called a penalty for the NATO team. So NATO's going to try to kick it towards us, and he does not. Gives it to number 20, who can't decide what to do, passes it back. They're keeping it in the rear. Number 38, who looks like he has wheels, is starting to go. Slam on the brakes. Can't figure out what to do. Gets rid of it. And they're shifting and moving guys around. Number 14 of the NATO team had to make a commitment somewhere. They're inbound still. But it is a bit of a mess. The ball is as close as it can be to being out of bounds. They give it to the Rhino, being chased by the Elephant. It's a proper ruck. Unfortunately, it was an improper ruck. And NATO number 14 Karen Mia looks like he reached in, thought the ball was his, but came in from the side. So now number 38 is going to attempt a kick for the touch line. And he must have. And so the ref is now marking the spot for the two teams to be 1 meter apart for the line out. One of the two types of face-offs in rugby. And whenever I watch hockey, I say the same thing, but in reverse. I'll often call face-off scrums or lineouts. There are no rules. None of it makes any sense. This is why I don't do this for a job. That being said, it's a Livonian throw-in and an excellent contest. And NATO comes out on top. So now there's the beginning of a maul. That being said, there was a mistake. It seems that the ball might have went forward. And now they're doing a scrum. Look at the beautiful river behind. The big broad backs of these forwards. It's a NATO put in, so we'll see. Refs there to make sure there's no silliness happening. The scrum was interrupted. Now it looks like he's going to have a conversation between the NATO player and Livonian's Rhino. So he's laying the law down, letting them know that there will be no funny business. That they have to work together to make sure that this scrum is stable. And then once that ball is in, they can push to their heart's content. But if something cheeky's happening, the ref is all over it now. All right, the ball's in, and Livonia absolutely steamrolls them and wins the scrum. The NATO players are slow to their feet, but understandably so. The Rhino gets up, gets taken out, but it doesn't matter. He did not get taken out. He was just too big, too close. And it's becoming apparent in these situations that Livonia is the better coached team due to the fact that they are a team of rugby players who have worked together and worked together regularly. Again, I understand that they're filled with young guys and new guys, but the difference is obvious. That being said, the game isn't over. There's plenty of time, and NATO does have the tools with which to be successful. And that kick was a beautiful kick through the uprights, and the game will reset. And hopefully NATO can start to make some cleaner tackles and not make such little silly mistakes that give free yardage, or meters in this case, to the opposition. It's fun to hear when descriptors in rugby, we're big fans of pointing out who we have to cover. And one of the NATO guys was just like, I got pink boots. But keep my eyes on pink boots and see if he actually does. That being said, back to the game. There is a scrum, and the Rhino is back out there rampaging, being chased by support, and they just would not release the ball, causing a penalty and giving NATO a free kick. We'll see what they do. If they kick it away, if they choose to run it, lots of options. Actually, only 3. And He gets it out. He gets it out, but just barely. Landed perfectly on the line. Everyone was in shock and not really sure what to do until the flag was raised. All right, so we know what the advantage is. Where in the line he gets to throw it. We'll see if they'll be able to take advantage of it here. Lino is going to throw it in. They're only going with a 4-man line out. Yeah, they have too many men. Oh, wait, what's going on? Scrum down Livonia. That seemed weird. I thought that was interesting that they had on defense more players in that line out than they did on offense. I often thought they had to match the numbers. However, it didn't matter. All right, appears people are just learning their roles here, and that's fine. NATO 14. Really stands out as not a forward. There's a bunch of tree trunks and then a fast-looking number 14. And they tried to get quite a bit of clearance there. It didn't quite work to maximum effectiveness. That being said, though, they got it out, got some pressure off, and we'll see if NATO can make something from this. Ref's just making sure that people are respecting the 1 meter. Nobody's encroaching in the middle where the ball is supposed to go. And they're doing a cheeky move. It didn't work. And NATO was able to clean it up. We'll see. They're setting it out through the backs. They have good hands. Number 6 is absolutely broken away. We'll see if they can get support up there so it's not a wasted effort. They do. They get it. They get it out. There we go with number 7. He sees daylight. Oh. Oh. They clear it out. They're saying it's good still. And there we go. Latvian power right there. Getting the ball out. Barring any mistakes, this is looking like a good couple of phases. And the ball has been pinched. Fair is fair. If you don't support, you can't defend. And the Rhino just laying the boom. Taking their time. It looks like they're going to do a kick. Nope. Oh, yes, they are. I'm guessing right. And a nice clean. Just a wall of black shirts. Lots of walk-in blue shirts. But so far so good. Maybe they'll put themselves into a position to attack. They have a good ruck happening right now for the NATO team. The ball is out. They have a pod, so they have a mild amount of support. Hits the Livonian wall of defense, and then it's immediately dropped. Number 10 bobbles it, eats it, gets it out, and no one is there to help. And the ball went out. Oh, but he's calling advantage. It was a penalty for NATO. Also, interestingly enough, in rugby, when you are awarded a penalty, it's good. It means the other team has committed the infraction. Where in all other North American sports, committing a penalty means that you have caused the infraction. Just giving the AOK thumbs up from the Canadian coach, or the NATO coach. I'll be chirping him later. That being said, he's a good friend, coach of the Meznaki rugby team in Riga, and volunteer here. So that ball did not go in straight. There's a penalty. The penalty is what I just said. So they're going to throw it in again, or what are they choosing? I think they're going to choose a scrum. Yeah, they're choosing a scrum. All right, we'll see what kind of shenanigans these guys get up to. Hopefully we see a nice, clean, stable scrum. You're not supposed to push until the ball's in anyways, but there we go with number 14. Going blindside. Oh, no, going open side flanker. Kind of an important position that they don't have, so we'll see what happens. And the ball is in. It's a nice, good, stable scrum. And Livonia wins it. They give it to, they're doing a chip and chase. Very lucky bounce. Bad, oh, good tackle. Yep, all right, so NATO is doing their best to get out of the way, and they did, and avoided a penalty. The ball is out. 25 with the black hair. Big stop. A low pass. Livonia slips. Oh, he could not get past the shoelace. Big save of a tackle there. The ball's out. Livonia is doing another chip, relying on those backs. And we need some support. Oh, number 9 cannot get low enough on number 12. Number 12 is trying his best, trying to get isolated. Number 20 tried to steal. The ruck is there. The ball is out. And NATO does a nice little drive forward, gains about 2 meters from where it was down last. Big hit. Ball's out. Oh, and he steals it. He accidentally throws it forward with a penalty, which must be, or not a penalty, but he's playing advantage. And he is called the advantage. The penalty. Some shenanigans, but overall, everything seems to be chill. So we'll scrum down, Livonian ball. All right, so they're setting up for their scrum here. They're binding. They're nice, and the ball is in. Let the pushing. Oh, the ball it's a turnover. It's a unfortunate move for Livonia, but fortunate for NATO, and we'll take it. And he's going to take it by himself, unfortunately. Oh, popped it off the ground. There we go. We just need to get there for support. All right, a nice, good NATO ruck. The ball is out. Number 5 is able to take 3 people with him. Their support is there. There was the dummy. It didn't work. Swallowed up. There's a clean ruck that's not being contested. Only one man. Immediate defense. Good. Ball's coming out. Oh, and he slips through. Plotka with the slippery jersey. No one could stop him. Was able to make it a bit. And there is a penalty awarded to NATO. See what they'll do with it. They really see what they're going to do. Are they going to tap it? Do they believe in their lineouts? What are they going to do? The scrums seem to be a little nerve-wracking, but gave it to the big boy. The Rhino gets extra low. A glancing tackle that works. And they're pushing it in. It's not working. People are cheering. However, the ball's not down yet. It's come out. It's just not being able to be touched down. And like that, NATO gets another try. Good work, NATO. That took a lot of work. Worthwhile celebration. And cuts the lead into something a little bit more manageable. All right, so we have the kicker prepping to split the uprights. I'm not sure what his number is, so I'll call him the handsome kicker guy. Livonia is retreating behind their line. Moving around quite a bit. Lots of unique arm movements happening from the kicker, but I'd expect nothing less. Getting in the zone, here he goes, and an absolute gem of a kick. All the unique arm movements and concentrations paid off. And he's psyched, getting the crowd into it. I am a believer. Not that anybody cares, but I still have to use the bathroom. All right, they're taking a little breather here. We're gonna have some, do a quick water break, and we'll have 20 minutes remaining.
Drosme, prieks,
Jautrība,
Draudzība,
adrenalīns,
spēks,
enerģija,
jauda, ģimene. Ir laiks,
ir laiks,
pievienojas Rugby klubam Livonia.
Okay, we are back in action. Little change of commentators here. And we resume our friendly match, NATO and Rugby Club Livonia. Rugby Club Livonia presented in black, currently a few tries ahead. The weather in Upesciems is just close to perfect, just a light breeze, close to 20 degrees in the sun. Boys are enjoying it. We have a crowd here, spectators are watching. So it's a perfect day for rugby. Women's teams have finished their today's matches and are already enjoying the third period. And NATO is on the run, number 7, being stopped by Livonia. We have a ruck formation. And NATO has a good position to follow up. Okay, they are choosing to play it slow. And hands. Leno Brahmanis with the ball. Strong carry, being stopped there. Moving forward. Ruck still not formed. Oh, I think we have a switch of the position. Livonia has the ball. Strong ruck. Number 9, Lasha Bargo carrying. Being tackled there by 2 players. Losing the ball in the contact. NATO with the ball, number 10. Some side moves. He's brought to the ground. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Okay, number 9 takes it up. Ooh, strong contact. Tom Skise being knocked out for a second there. His second match only. Okay, NATO forming a ruck. Pick and go. What will they choose? Let's see. Ball still in the ruck. Number 9 and strong contact. Lasha Bargo against. Yes, we have multiple ruck situations. NATO pretty close to the try line, and it's a try. It's a try. NATO. I think it's a hooker. Yes. 5 points added to the scoreboard, and an easy conversation for NATO. Oh. Our top commentator is running back. He's gonna join you just in a few seconds. And we'll resume action after conversation. Number 10 with the ball. And he's back. How was it?
I feel better, thank you.
Lighter at least.
Yeah, man, totally.
Yeah. You saw it, yeah?
I didn't. I just heard the cheering.
Yeah, NATO 5 points. So it's gonna be a nail biter again.
Paldies, thank you. All right, I'm back. Had to sneak a little bathroom break in there, and might have been bad luck because our team scored.
43-31.
I'm watching the replay right now in the booth here. It was excellent. Forwards. Oh, just what an exciting try. Forwards just recycling the ball. Going back and forth, and I see it, an absolute banger of a try. Good work. Bringing us back to the game itself. Livonia, big boot. Nice catch. And get the support there. The ball is out. Big tackle. Number 10. All right, cool. NATO feels the momentum. Big spinning tackle, big knee to the face. Big push in this scrum to see if it was good. And the Rhino meets the NATO Rhino. The scrum is there. The ball is out. Number 12, splitting it. And stole the ball when you shouldn't have stole. There was a ruck established. So now, what will NATO choose to do? They're going to tap it and go. Give it to, oh, he's slick. Number 2 is slick. Oh, they're going to do a chip and chase. Oh, it didn't work. No good. We're coming back. I believe there will be a yellow card given to Livonia. Looks like there's just been enough times the ref has said not to do something that he's fed up with it. He saw it one more time and it's over. 10 minutes in the sin bin, 16 minutes left. That's gonna hurt, but we'll see. Livonia is in the lead currently. Whoa, big save. And he's down. NATO goes into contact. The ruck is established. And they are, oh, and they got it off. Oh, and number 7, he can't crawl in, and he unfortunately outran his support. And now, oh, NATO has held on to it. That did not work. Goal line, the ball is out. The ball is being played on the ground. Oh, he's giving advantage though to NATO. And they're picking it. It's chaos. Now it's set. We have our pods ready, and they're immediately swallowed up by defense. The pinch happened. Oh, Livonia with their hands in, and that's a penalty. So, penalties on the mark. Oh, a low tackle, tried to go over, hit his feet, didn't work. Now, it's the old dog pile. That ball is out in a second, at least. There it is. Ball is out. It's going down the back line, but they're a little bit slow. They're not creating any kind of illusion that they're going to continue passing it. There's a contest for the ruck. It's not working. NATO's going to do something with it, though they have fallen quite a bit back. Backs is it. That was forward, yeah. It looked forward from here. So, trying to make something happen. Didn't work. Something's better than nothing, though, that's for sure. Livonian scrum. Livonia been playing some pretty stiff defense. Definitely recognize that they have been preventing, causing a lot of chaos, bending, and not often breaking. However, the score is the truth. 44-31 with 10 minutes plus remaining. Certainly has plenty of time for NATO to come back and tie it up or win the game. And that's what we're going for, because I'm on that team. Ref's giving them some insightful information. Crouch, bind, set. Everyone's pressure, they're feeling it. In. Oh, the ball is out. Bobbled quickly. Big boot, out of bounds. Out of bounds. All right, cool. Big boys high-fiving each other, letting them know each other. We see you. We are you. You're my enemy. You're also my friend. And that's what's up. That's the point of this game. And so, without further ado, here we go with the line out right in front of us. Easy to see everything that's going on. Front jumper, cleaned up, straight up the gut. All right, cleared it out. Number 5 takes it without any support, any friends. People in the way. They got the ball out to 14, our back flanker, running halfway across the field. Gets it to one of our Savages. However, he, in the tackle, loses the ball. NATO regains it and gets that ball out to our wing, who is not, who was almost dragged out of bounds, ultimately was taken out of bounds. Oh, we got a change on the Livonian side. Number 7, the curly-haired, the elephant. He's in the game. Someone to watch out for. Better get low on the tackles. And they overthrew it, and NATO gets the ball. Well, maybe. There we go. NATO has the ball. They're eaten up, and it's stolen inside of the tackle. Indecision. Had that ball stolen. Livonia is setting their ruck. The ball is out to 32 with a decent tackle. That's all right. Ball's out, and there's quite an overlap over here, but it doesn't even matter because a missed tackle doesn't matter how many free you have. If you don't tackle them, you're gonna get in. That being said, though, again, I blame this one on inexperience from the NATO side. There are things that, through practice, would become apparent. You wouldn't put yourselves in that situation unless all things broke down, and in that case, you can see that that's true. Good for Livonia on that one. All right, so now the score is 49 for Livonia, 31 for NATO. All the water boys showing their best cardio, running full speed off the field. The NATO team slowly making their way back up here. Livonia prepping themselves for what's going to happen next. The MMA fighter for Livonia, number 3. I don't know if he fights, but he's got that MMA cornrow hair. He's back out there. He made a difference last time they're out. A short 10-meter kick right to the Rhino. Tries to put the moves on him, and absolutely worked. Threw it at the elephant, and the elephant couldn't catch it, which is too bad because those two are a terrifying tandem. A lot of human coming at you, that's for sure. But much like an elephant, they have no thumbs. And the elephant there spilled the ball for it. And now, a scrum for NATO. And we'll see how this works. They are set, they are holding, they are pressing, and they are steady. Oh, the scrum collapses, but the ball is out, so all's fair. And number 6, absolutely. Nobody holds him in the tackle. He gets down on his own accord. What a gentleman. Ball's passed out. And giving it to one of our Rhinos, but he does not hold on to the ball. Again, like my chirp, Rhinos don't have thumbs. That he went in there, got popped, and the only thing that gave was the ball. However, we were playing advantage. And so, to that point, we are going to kick it out. Very good. Turned it into a line out. Our opportunity to choose a jumper. And these have been pretty inconsistent for who's going to win on these line outs. So we'll see. There's a safe little chip out there, and hopefully NATO can do something with it. If not, Livonia's counterattack is quite potent. And Everyone appears to be good to go. Numbers are matched. And we do this. So we tried to do the cheeky move, and it worked sort of, except for the fact that it wasn't straight. So Livonia is choosing to scrum down. It'll be a Livonian ball. I love the cheeky moves. We're starting to get some tempers flared by some of our NATO players, and that's to be expected. Everyone's competitors here, and that makes sense to me. All right, too much pushing, too much moving. People aren't set. He's warning the players, you need to be stable before you get the ball. And so here we go. Crouch, touch, bind, set. And it's stable. The ball has cleanly been won by Livonia. Livonia to do the right thing, go for terrain, and an absolute booming kick all the way to the end. And now we're going to carry it back. Whoa, 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 AD. Has a bit of a high. Well, what appeared to be high. I guess ultimately it wasn't that high. And bobbled the ball, but NATO recovered, and they have a decent ruck set up here, and we'll see what they choose to do. They pass it out to the blind side, run out of ideas, doesn't work. Pass it off to number 14, another ruck, and we get the ball out. Oh, pushes off the elephant and causes a bit of gap. Gets the ball off. Unfortunately, he is very, very isolated. And there's not much you can do if you have no support. That ball was cleanly stolen. Ball to Livonia. Ooh, but there was a penalty. Penalty at the ruck. And Livonia get to make their choice. It appears they're going to go for terrain. And it doesn't go out. That ball is live. He has someone extremely fast on him. However, he boots it out of bounds under pressure, and that is the game. Awesome game. The final score, 51 Livonia, 31 NATO. An excellent performance from a team that have never played a game together before, have a lot of other responsibilities in normal life, that being deployed soldiers. This opportunity has been a wonderful opportunity to work, to play, to get to know our Latvian brothers and sisters, to show the fighting spirit that we all have, and to compete in the best sport in the world. This has been your commentator, Brian. Thank you for listening to my voice and my nonsense. Have yourselves a wonderful day and good luck. Godspeed. Pro Patria.
Drosme, prieks,
Jautrība.
Draudzība,
adrenalīns,
spēks,
enerģija,
jauda, ģimene.
laiks.
Ir laiks.
Pievienojas Rugby klubam Livonia.